Okay, let's see if we take it. Woo! And welcome to the video. In today's video, we're going to cover the growth of tarantulas in captivity from honestly 1 centimeters in size straight out of the egg sac like this one here, all the way up until an adult tarantula ready to reproduce. So without further ado, this is the step-by-step guide of looking after tarantulas in captivity. Now obviously a spider journey starts straight out of the box. It rocks up and it's a 1 centimeter spider, and you'll get used to the look of these. These right here are spiderling pots. You label them, you put in a bit of dirt, and then you make sure that the dirt is humid, and then about once a week you feed the spider, and they'll be eating baby worms or fruit flies, something like that, and it's quite boring to keep spiders like this. I'm not going to show you inside of this enclosure because it really is just some dirt that's kept humid and there's a spider inside of it. However, it's when they start growing that they get quite interesting. And that, of course, is something like this that I'm talking about. So this right here is when your spiderling starts to grow up. It's going to become a juvenile. I keep mine in just tubs that I see like this. And essentially, this is where your spider becomes quite enjoyable to keep because they can eat full sized mealworms. They can probably grow up to some slightly smaller crickets, and this is where it gets exciting, and it's pretty much the exact same setup as a spiderling. You just fill it with some substrate and you give them a little cave, and then you can put in a water bowl if you wish, but for me I just feed them food that is gut loaded and relatively high in water content, and then I spray the side of their enclosure, only half of their enclosure. I spray it with water, which keeps them nice and hydrated. And now we're where it gets fun. So I've just got a bottle, I'll just pierce a hole in it, and you can use that to fill up the dishes. And now we can get to feeding a proper big size spider. As they start to grow, you just start upping the size of their food and the size of their enclosures. You probably want to only upgrade them maybe 5 enclosures up as they start to grow. Let me grab a cricket. Okay, so once you've grabbed yourself a cricket, we now got to try and lure the spider out of its cave. This right here is a cattle wagons. It's a Mexican red rump, and it is quite a nice size, as you can see in there. Now, having reviewed that footage that I took earlier on, so it's easier for you to see the spider. No, you can't see the size of the spider. However, it's about 10 centimeters. It's probably sitting about there. I mean, to be honest, most of keeping a spider is making sure it has access to water once it's big enough, which is just given in a simple water dish, and feeding them when their abdomen gets small. It usually works out to be about once a week. You saw the size of cricket that I was feeding that kind of spider. Ensure that it's not too big a prey item. It's quite easy to see, as long as the prey item's kind of about half the size of the spider, if not a little bit less, then it's fine. And simply all you do is you just top up that spider's abdomen every now and again, and that should keep it happy. And the spider, of course, will not eat unless it's hungry. So really, it's quite simple looking after them, as long as you don't leave live items in with the spider, because the crickets could end up hurting the spider, especially if they start growing. But apart from that, that's it. Now, of course, this has been primarily terrestrial tarantulas, but you can also use arboreal tarantulas, such as this Carabina versicolor here. Now, this is still a New World tarantula, which means it comes from the New World. It comes from the Americas, specifically this one, South America. And essentially, New World tarantulas are tarantulas that are usually a little more docile and carry less venom. In comparison to old worlds, for example, the Asian and African species, they can sometimes carry some serious amounts of venom that could potentially put you even as far as hospital. None could certainly kill you, however, you've got to be careful. I would most certainly suggest something that is a New World, for example, like this Carabina versicolor, or any of the terrestrial tarantulas that you see in this video, the Brachypelmas and the Talitocatls. And soon, depending on the species, you'll have a spider this size. This right here is a salmon pink bird eater, and it is going to eat a giant Madagascan hissing cockroach right there. Of course, some spiders aren't going to get to this size, however, this is the largest I have in my collection, and what a stunning spider it is. And that's about it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm not all that experienced at creating videos, so I'm very sorry if it wasn't up to scratch, but I'm still learning. But all I can say is thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed it. In the future, I think the main plan for at least the next video is to do a feeding video, because I really enjoyed filming those spiders today, and I think that's probably one of the main reasons that people keep them. But if you've got any ideas and things you would like to see from the channel, let me know in the comments. And yeah, apart from that, thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you later.